Hi everyone, I'm George Halaris and this is our first video of this channel. So I think it is appropriate to talk about why you don't have to be very talented to become great. Let's get right in. I will start by using a quote from Pablo Picasso, which I used throughout my life for motivation. It goes like, inspiration exists, it has to find you working. This really talks about two things. The first and most obvious one is procrastination. I think many of us have this problem, and the usual thing is that you always find excuses not to work on your art. For example, I don't feel like it, or I don't have any ideas, or I don't have any inspiration. Well, although these are true and many times we don't feel like doing art, the thing that happens is that because we use these excuses, what we end up doing is whenever we have an idea of, a really nice piece of art or music or whatever, doesn't matter. What happens is that you often find yourself having these nice ideas at a place and time that you cannot put them in action. For example, if you are doing paintings or drawings, you could have this brilliant idea of a drawing and you do not even have paper and pencil with you. Then you say, okay, I'll remember to do it when I have the inspiration or, the time or whatever, and then you never do it. This is why this quote is, the essence of that. If you decide to really put the hours, and I've done this myself, so I know it works. Even when you don't have the inspiration, if you just say, you know what, I don't feel inspired today, but I will just draw hands, for example, and I will improve upon, hands. I guarantee you that once you start drawing, you will feel the inspiration flowing through you. So the first part from this quote that talks about procrastination, I think it's really all about discipline, and if you find a way to discipline yourself, even when you don't have the inspiration, to really say, I am going to sit down for an hour to draw something, I think, you get into a flow, and when inspiration hits you, you are right there in front of a piece of paper and a pencil, so you can put down all your inspiration. Now, the other part of this quote drives you to thinking about the way you work and what results you're getting from the way you work. So it's only logical that if you put in the work, your results will improve. I cannot stress enough how much work has to do with the result. Think about it. If you put 0 hours in the amount of work you've done, you will get obviously 0% of improvement. However, let's say you put an hour of work, then there is gonna be a percentage of improvement on your work and on your talent. This really depends on each and every one of us. It depends on our understanding of the things we're doing as artists and our talent. This percentage is different on each and every one of us. But I think this is where talent takes its rightful place. What do I mean by that? I mean that, for example, if you take two painters that are basically on the same level and they're trying to learn a new topic, the same topic for the both of them, the one with the talent will have the advantage that will absorb the new information and will be able to put it on paper much faster than the other person that does not have the talent. However, if they both put in the work, they will both reach the same result. I do not want to diminish the word talent. Obviously, the talented person might have extra ideas, different perspectives, and all that. The main point for me is that even if you don't have the talent, you can train yourself to become better technically, and that is a new language. You will be able to translate the ideas you have on paper, and then you will be able to create amazing things, even if you believe that you're not talented. I know that it's not fair to compare yourself with talented people, and I've come across this in my life a lot of times. But I never was discouraged, because I realized that if you're not very talented on a specific subject, then work on it. What I often say to people is that, and this comes from experience as well, but I've heard about it before, is that talent without work is nothing. Let's go back to my example. If you put 0 hours of work, you'll get 0 improvement. So, even if you're talented, if you don't work on it, you will never get better, or you will never be able to use your talent. So a person that does not have that much talent but works a lot on his art, he will definitely be better than a talented person that does not put in the hours. So this is why I think talent is something that you can train, something that you can work on. As I said, having talent means that you're able to absorb and understand the new knowledge that comes towards you, and really be able to apply it much faster than a person that does not have the talent. So if that's true, then every time you learn something new, you become more talented. It's obvious. I will use myself as an example. From an early age, I was fascinated by arts. Mainly music, because music was in my house 24/7. My parents were not musicians, however they loved music, so I got a lot of feedback from my parents. We always had a turntable, a mixer. I love technology with music, so naturally I wanted to become a sound engineer. And then after many years of studying, I ended up studying in England, Birmingham, UK, music technology. And after that, I came back to Greece and I started working on studio. That's almost 10 years now. So sound was and always will be a passion of mine. However, at some point I felt the need to find more ways to express myself. I tried a lot of things. One of them was drawing. Up until that point, I was drawing like everyone else, a stickman and a simple house, and that's it. And I was convinced that I couldn't draw. And that's something that society drives you to think, but it's not the case. I started experimenting with pencil. The first art piece I did was awful. I don't think I kept it. I think I threw it away. However, I was able to see there was potential in there. So I had the experience from music to be able to understand that, if you want to achieve something that you're not familiar with, there's no way you'll start and you'll know everything. So I had to give it a chance, a fair chance to really study and try to achieve at least, a level of acceptance that I set. So I sat down on the internet, YouTube especially, as you are doing right now, and started researching topics that were like problems for me. For example, how to shade with a pencil, how to do a smooth shade, how to erase, simple stuff that were essential for me to put down what I had in my mind. And that obviously paid off. I was really on point to think that if I put the hours and study and try to find ways to solve my problems, that I would grow, and the growth was spectacular. That's when I started thinking about the talent subject I'm trying to pass towards you now. As I said, I never thought I was talented, right? However, you will be surprised how things that you already know can help you understand the new principles that you're trying to learn now. For example, continuing to my story, because I had invested so much time and effort and really grew my knowledge on sound engineering, when I tried to use photography to improve upon my drawing, and we will talk about this on another video, I found that my knowledge on sound helped me tremendously, because if you think about it, sound and light is waveform. So a lot of principles are the same. For example, in sound engineering, we digitize sound. And in order to do this, we have the sampling rate and the bit depth. These same things you can find in photography as well, in terms of pixel count and resolution and stuff like that. So I was able to translate it in my mind in a way that I could understand. This is why I'm telling you that each and every thing you learn, each and every new topic, new source of knowledge you get will help you understand the next thing. So never think that you're learning something and you're not gonna use it. You will use it. You might not be able to see it right now, but everything comes together at some point. So this is what I mean when I say that talent can be trained. The more you learn, the more talented you become. My example was on technical stuff, but the same thing applies to theory. For example, if you want to train yourself to have strange ideas and ideas out of the box, then you have to research and read about all the artists and the history of arts. For example, in painting, just go and analyze the works of others. See and try to think, how did he come up with that idea? Many times, I've heard people say, that could not worth $1 million, for example. It's so simple. I could do that. No, you couldn't. Because if you could, you would be selling it. And you couldn't because you couldn't comprehend or get the idea and put it on paper. However, if you go and train yourself and just study work of others, really take all these influences, there is going to be a point where these ideas will be coming like that in your mind. I really strongly believe that. Do you think Pablo Picasso drew a masterpiece from day one? No, he didn't. He was one of us, and he really put in the work to become the greatest and to become a pioneer. It is not easy. This is not what I'm saying. It is really difficult. However, as many things in our life, if you have passion for it, all the struggles that come with it really become fun because you love doing what you're doing. This is the key. If you love it, then you could be spending days after days to just research a small topic, and then you won't care because you love it. And then if someone asks, how hard was it, you won't even remember the things you've done to reach that point. And this is why many artists, people are telling them how great they are, and they don't feel like they've done anything special. Because through the love of what they're doing, they did all the hardships without even trying. They didn't care. Do not be afraid. This is a huge topic. Maybe we can do another video for that. But fear is what makes us not do things. Fear of failure. But if you don't try, then you don't do anything. You're in the same spot. Sometimes I forget that I started drawing at 28 years old. It's never too late. It's never too late. Never. And as I was trying to reach the level that I am, and I never stopped doing that, I'm learning. I don't think this ever stops, to be honest. Even if I was fast on my improvements, I really think that if I had someone beside me to straight up tell me every once in a while when I had a question, directly, you need to do this or you need to do that, then I would have become faster than that. Because it takes time to research and try to find the correct answer for your specific problem. So this is why I'm starting this channel, because I wish that I had someone to tell me all these things directly. So I will start by making videos about the questions that I had in my mind and how to do things. And as you get involved in the channel, because this channel was created for you, I will start answering your questions, and together we could create a community where we all share our knowledge and we all become better. So in this channel you will be getting all the information, either technical or theoretical stuff that you need to learn to go on and become great. This all comes from my perspective of things, and we will be elaborating on that. For example, I don't believe that you need to study art to become an artist, because I think everyone can be an artist as long as he has passion and love for art. So for the first video, I'm happy that we have discussed this topic. This is the core of the artistic life. I think you should use the quote I'm giving you from Pablo Picasso. It's really powerful. So if I struck a nerve, stick with me. Hit the subscribe button, because I am going to be uploading videos weekly. Feel free, if you want, drop a comment on the comment section. What would you like me to do? I will immediately stop my workflow and do that video for you if you want something specific. Otherwise, just subscribe and turn the notifications on, and every time that I will be uploading a new video, you'll be able to see it fast. So just remember, talent equals work. Just work efficiently and try to solve your problems. And as you work, you'll have the improvement and you'll get skilled, and that will result for you to become talented. Drop a comment on the comment section below if you want something specific to see, and I would like to hear your opinion on all that stuff that I talked about. Do you feel that talent can be trained? Let me know. That's it for now, guys. See you next time.